They say success is the best revenge. Heard they were sleeping again, say it no more.
We all love a good winning streak. It feels amazing to be on a roll, to experience victory after victory. That feeling of invincibility, the rush of adrenaline, it's intoxicating. But like a powerful wave, a winning streak can be both exhilarating and dangerous. We might not see the potential pitfalls lurking beneath the surface. Winning streaks can create an illusion of invincibility. This inflated ego can lead to complacency and recklessness. Remember, even the highest wave eventually crashes. The key is staying grounded and focused on the long game. True mastery lies in maintaining excellence through both ups and downs. Overconfidence, often a byproduct of prolonged success, can be a silent killer of progress. It's like a virus that slowly infects our judgment, leading to a decline in decision-making abilities and an increase in risky behavior. We become so enamored with our past triumphs that we fail to recognize the changing tides and adapt to new challenges. This can manifest in various ways, from making impulsive investments to neglecting crucial details in our work. One of the biggest dangers of overconfidence is that it distorts our perception of reality. We start believing that we are invincible, that the rules don't apply to us. This inflated sense of self-importance blinds us to potential threats and prevents us from accurately assessing risks. We become more likely to dismiss dissenting opinions, ignore warning signs, and underestimate our competition. History is replete with examples of individuals and empires that crumbled under the weight of their own hubris. From Icarus, who flew too close to the sun, to the fall of the Roman Empire, the message is clear. Unchecked arrogance and complacency can topple even the mightiest giants. The problem with overconfidence is that it often leads to stagnation. When we believe we have all the answers, we stop seeking new knowledge and challenging our own assumptions. We become comfortable in our routines and resistant to change, even when it's necessary for growth. This lack of adaptability can be detrimental, especially in today's fast-paced and ever-evolving world. To avoid falling prey to the pitfalls of overconfidence, we need to cultivate a mindset of continuous learning and improvement. The business world is littered with cautionary tales of companies that succumbed to the perils of overconfidence. Remember Kodak? Once a titan in the photography industry, their inability to adapt to the digital revolution led to their downfall. Blinded by their past success and dominance, they failed to recognize the disruptive potential of digital cameras, dismissing them as a passing fad. Similarly, Nokia, once the undisputed leader in the mobile phone market, faced a similar fate. Their reluctance to embrace the smartphone revolution and their overconfidence in their existing product line paved the way for their decline. These examples underscore a crucial point. Past success is no guarantee of future performance. In fact, clinging too tightly to past glories can often be a recipe for disaster. It's essential to approach success with a healthy dose of humility and a willingness to learn from both our triumphs and our failures. Just as a seasoned hiker remains vigilant even on familiar trails, we need to stay alert to potential pitfalls and adapt our strategies accordingly. This requires a constant process of self-reflection, seeking feedback, and challenging our own assumptions. By studying the mistakes of others, we can gain valuable insights into the dangers of overconfidence and learn how to avoid repeating them. Remember, the goal is not to live in fear of failure, but to use it as a tool for growth and improvement. By embracing humility and maintaining a thirst for knowledge, we can navigate the treacherous waters of success with greater awareness and resilience. When we're on a winning streak, it's easy to fall prey to the illusion of control. We start to believe our success is entirely due to our own doing. We forget that luck and timing often play a significant role. This illusion can lead us to underestimate risks and make poor decisions. Overconfidence makes us less likely to consider alternative perspectives. It's like driving a car at high speed with your eyes closed. Eventually, you're going to crash. One reason is the self-serving bias, attributing success to our skills and failures to external factors. This bias protects our ego but blinds us to our shortcomings. It prevents us from learning from our mistakes. We crave certainty and predictability, but the world is constantly changing. Cultivate humility and acknowledge the role of chance in our lives. Embrace uncertainty to become more adaptable and resilient. The slippery slope of success, how small wins can lead to big risks. Winning streaks often start with small victories that gradually build upon each other. Each win boosts our confidence, making us feel invincible and more likely to take bigger risks. This gradual escalation of risk-taking can be dangerous because it can lead us to make decisions that we would have never considered before the winning streak began. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, the snowball is small and manageable, but as it rolls downhill, it gathers more snow and momentum, becoming increasingly difficult to control. Similarly, as our winning streak continues, our confidence can snowball, leading us to make bolder and potentially riskier decisions. One of the dangers of this slippery slope is that it can cloud our judgment. We become so focused on chasing the next win that we fail to adequately assess the potential downsides of our actions. We become overconfident in our abilities and less likely to listen to dissenting opinions or heed warning signs. For example, imagine a trader who has been on a hot streak, making profitable trades day after day. As their confidence grows, they might start to increase the size of their bets, believing that they can do no wrong. However, this increased risk-taking can lead to devastating losses if the market takes an unexpected turn. To avoid falling victim to the slippery slope of success, it's essential to establish clear boundaries and risk management strategies. Before making any decisions, especially during a winning streak, take the time to carefully consider the potential risks and rewards. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen, and am I comfortable with that level of risk? The echo chamber effect. Surrounding yourself with yes men. When we're winning, it's natural to surround ourselves with people who validate our successes and reinforce our positive self-image. However, this can create an echo chamber where we only hear what we want to hear and are shielded from dissenting opinions or constructive criticism. Surrounding ourselves with yes men can be incredibly dangerous because it prevents us from seeing our blind spots and making informed decisions. When everyone around us is constantly praising our every move, it's easy to lose perspective and start believing our own hype. This echo chamber effect can be particularly pronounced in hierarchical organizations, where subordinates are often reluctant to challenge their superiors, even when they have valid concerns. This can lead to a culture of complacency and groupthink, where risky decisions are made without proper scrutiny or debate. To avoid creating an echo chamber, it's essential to actively seek out diverse perspectives and encourage constructive criticism. Surround yourself with people who are willing to challenge your assumptions, point out your blind spots, and offer alternative viewpoints. The perils of short-term thinking. Why patience is a virtue. Winning streaks can foster a sense of urgency and impatience. We become so focused on maintaining our momentum and achieving immediate results that we lose sight of the bigger picture and the importance of long-term planning. This short-term thinking can lead us to make impulsive decisions that prioritize immediate gratification over sustainable growth. We might be tempted to cut corners, neglect important relationships, or sacrifice our long-term goals in pursuit of short-term gains. Remember the fable of the tortoise and the hare? The hare, confident in its speed, takes a nap during the race, while the tortoise, slow and steady, eventually wins the race. This fable highlights the importance of patience, perseverance, and long-term thinking. To avoid the pitfalls of short-term thinking, it's essential to establish clear long-term goals and develop a strategic plan to achieve them. Break down your long-term goals into smaller, more manageable milestones and celebrate your progress along the way. Recognizing the signs. Are you headed for an overconfidence crash? Overconfidence can creep up on us slowly, making it difficult to recognize until it's too late. However, there are some warning signs that you might be headed for an overconfidence crash. Increased risk-taking. Are you starting to take bigger risks than usual, even if they don't align with your overall strategy or risk tolerance? Dismissing dissenting opinions. Are you finding yourself dismissing or ignoring feedback from others, especially if it contradicts your own beliefs or opinions. Overestimating your abilities. Are you starting to believe that you can do no wrong or that you are invincible? Neglecting important details. Are you becoming so focused on the big picture that you're overlooking crucial details or neglecting important tasks? Feeling invincible? Do you feel like you can do anything and that nothing can stop you? If you recognize any of these signs in yourself, it's important to take a step back and reassess your situation. Talk to a trusted friend, mentor, or advisor and get their perspective on your recent behavior and decisions. Remember, it's never too late to course correct and get back on track. The power of long-term goals. Anchoring yourself to a greater purpose. When we're caught in the whirlwind of a winning streak, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Establish clear, compelling long-term goals that act as our guiding stars. These goals should be rooted in our core values and represent what we ultimately want to achieve. Imagine a marathon runner solely focused on the next mile marker. Having ambitious yet achievable goals keeps us anchored and energized. Remind ourselves of the bigger picture to maintain a sense of purpose. Define your North Star and let it guide your journey. The importance of reflection. Reflect on both wins and losses to extract lessons, improve, and stay grounded. Seeking counsel beyond the echo chamber. Seek external perspectives to avoid complacency and gain valuable insights. Cultivating awareness and gratitude. Practice mindfulness and humility to stay grounded and appreciate the journey. Embracing challenges as opportunities for growth. View challenges as growth opportunities to build resilience and adaptability. Maintaining consistency amidst fluctuations. Maintain consistent routines to ensure stability and long-term success. Understanding the time horizon of success. Embrace patience and understand that true success unfolds over time. Avoiding the traps of arrogance and complacency. Celebrate responsibly to avoid arrogance and complacency to creep in, and always stay humble. Warren Buffett's enduring principles of discipline. Warren Buffett's success teaches us the value of discipline, patience, and emotional regulation. Phil Knight's relentless pursuit of innovation and long-term vision. Phil Knight's journey with Nike highlights the importance of innovation and long-term vision. The long game of social change. Mandela's journey from prisoner to president shows the power of forgiveness, humility, and commitment to justice. His leadership during the transition from apartheid to democracy offers profound lessons. After 27 years in prison, Mandela emerged with a spirit of reconciliation. He knew true liberation required healing past wounds and building a shared future. Mandela's leadership was marked by humility, empathy, and a willingness to listen. He recognized true strength in forgiveness and dialogue. His commitment to dismantling apartheid required immense discipline and resilience. Mandela's legacy teaches us that true leadership is about service and empathy. By embracing humility and forgiveness, we too can make a lasting impact. Serena Williams and the importance of routine and preparation. Serena Williams is renowned for her raw talent, work ethic, and meticulous preparation. Her dominance is a testament to the power of rituals and routines. She follows a strict training regimen and diet plan. Her pre-match rituals help her prepare mentally and physically. These routines provide control and focus, allowing peak performance. Her rituals manage stress and optimize energy levels. Listening to music and visualizing her game plan are key. These actions help her enter a state of flow. Achieving greatness requires commitment to routine and preparation. Jeff Bezos and Amazon's culture of constant reinvention. Jeff Bezos transformed Amazon from a humble online bookstore into a global e-commerce giant. By fostering a culture of constant reinvention, embracing calculated risks, and relentlessly focusing on the long term. His leadership style, characterized by a relentless customer focus, a data-driven approach, and a willingness to disrupt even his own successful products, offers valuable lessons in navigating the ever-changing landscape of business and innovation. Bezos understood that in the fast-paced world of technology, resting on one's laurels is a recipe for obsolescence. He instilled in Amazon a culture of day-one thinking, encouraging employees to approach every day with the same sense of urgency, experimentation, and customer obsession as they did on the first day of the company. This relentless focus on innovation led to the development of groundbreaking products and services, from Amazon Prime to Amazon Web Services, each of which disrupted existing industries and transformed the way we shop, consume entertainment, and even manage our digital infrastructure. Bezos was not afraid to cannibalize his own products, recognizing that if Amazon didn't disrupt itself, someone else would. This willingness to embrace change, even when it meant challenging existing revenue streams, allowed Amazon to stay ahead of the curve and maintain its position as a leader in the digital economy. His story teaches us that in today's rapidly evolving world, adaptability, innovation, and a long-term vision are essential for survival, let alone success. By fostering a culture of experimentation, embracing calculated risks, and relentlessly focusing on the customer, we too can navigate disruption, capitalize on emerging trends, and build businesses that thrive in the face of constant change. Beyond the illusion of overnight triumphs. As we've explored throughout this video, achieving lasting success is not about chasing quick wins or getting swept up in the euphoria of winning streaks. It's about understanding that true mastery is a marathon, not a sprint, and that the most meaningful achievements are often the result of years, even decades, of dedicated effort, unwavering discipline, and a commitment to a vision that extends far beyond the immediate horizon. The stories of those who have achieved extraordinary success, the Warren Buffetts, the Phil Knights, the Serena Williamses of the world, are not tales of overnight triumphs or effortless ascents to the top. They are stories of resilience, of perseverance through setbacks, of unwavering commitment to a vision, and of an almost obsessive dedication to the fundamentals of their craft. The illusion of overnight success is often just that, an illusion. What we perceive as sudden breakthroughs are often the culmination of years of unseen toil, of countless hours spent honing skills, of failures embraced as learning opportunities, and of a steadfast refusal to give up on a dream, even when the path forward seemed uncertain or obscured by obstacles. Remember, the most important victories are often won not in the public eye, but in the quiet moments of disciplined practice, in the late nights spent perfecting a craft, and in the unwavering belief in one's own potential, even when doubt creeps in. It's in these moments of solitude, of dedication, and of unwavering commitment that the foundation for lasting success is truly laid. Cultivating habits for sustainable growth. In a world of instant gratification and the allure of shortcuts, it's easy to underestimate the power of discipline. Yet it is precisely this often overlooked quality, the ability to consistently show up, to do the work, even when we don't feel like it, that separates those who achieve lasting success from those who succumb to the allure of instant gratification or the discouragement of temporary setbacks. Discipline is not about deprivation or forcing ourselves into rigid routines we dread. It's about making conscious choices day after day that align with our long-term goals and values. It's about developing habits that support our well-being, enhance our productivity, and moves us steadily closer to our desired outcomes. Just as an athlete follows a strict training regimen to optimize their performance, or a musician dedicates hours to practicing their instrument, we too must cultivate the discipline to engage in the activities that support our growth, even when they are challenging, tedious, or require us to step outside our comfort zones. This might mean establishing a consistent sleep schedule, prioritizing rest and recovery to ensure we have the energy and focus to pursue our goals, carving out time for focused work, creating a distraction-free environment where we can fully engage in deep work and maximize our productivity. Making time for learning and skill development, continuously seeking out new knowledge, expanding our skill sets, and staying ahead of the curve in our chosen fields. The antidote to complacency. When we achieve a certain level of success, it's easy to fall into the trap of complacency. We start to believe that we've made it, that we can coast on our past achievements, and that further growth or improvement is unnecessary. However, this mindset is a recipe for stagnation, for becoming irrelevant in a world that's constantly evolving, and for ultimately being surpassed by those who are hungry to learn, grow, and innovate. The antidote to complacency is cultivating a mindset of continuous improvement, a belief that no matter how successful we become, there is always more to learn, new skills to acquire, and ways to refine our craft and enhance our performance. This mindset is not about striving for an elusive state of perfection, but rather about embracing the journey of growth as an end in itself. This means seeking out feedback, actively soliciting constructive criticism from trusted sources to identify blind spots and areas for improvement. Experimenting and embracing failure as a learning opportunity, stepping outside our comfort zones, trying new approaches, and viewing setbacks as valuable data points on the path to mastery. Benchmarking against the best, continuously studying those at the top of their fields, identifying best practices, and seeking inspiration to push our own boundaries. The legacy we build and the success measured in impact, not just accolades. As we navigate the pursuit of success, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of external validation. The awards, the recognition, the material possessions that society often equates with achievement. However, true fulfillment and a lasting legacy are rarely built on a foundation of accolades alone. They are built on the impact we have on others, the contributions we make to our communities, and the positive change we create in the world around us. When we shift our focus from solely chasing personal gain to making a meaningful difference, our definition of success expands to encompass a much richer tapestry of experiences and achievements. This might mean mentoring others, sharing our knowledge, experience, and resources to empower others to reach their full potential. Supporting causes we believe in, using our time, talents, and resources to contribute to organizations and initiatives that align with our values. Creating products or services that improve people's lives, building businesses that solve real problems, enhance well-being, and make a positive impact on the world. Embrace the challenge. Stay grounded and never stop growing. The journey to mastery, to achieving lasting success in any field, is not a destination, but a lifelong pursuit. It's a path filled with challenges, setbacks, moments of doubt, and the constant need to adapt, evolve, and refine our skills. Yet, it is precisely in navigating these challenges, in embracing the ups and downs of the journey, that we discover our true potential, unlock our creativity, and experience the profound satisfaction that comes from living a life of purpose and continuous growth. So, as you embark on your own journey, remember these key principles. Stay grounded, celebrate your victories, but don't let success inflate your ego or cloud your judgment. Practice gratitude, humility, and a willingness to learn from everyone you encounter. Embrace discipline, cultivate habits that support your well-being, enhance your productivity, and move you steadily closer to your goals, even when it's challenging or requires sacrifice. Never stop learning, embrace a mindset of continuous improvement, seek out feedback, and be willing to experiment, fail, and adapt along the way. The path to mastery is rarely linear, but it is a journey filled with adventure, discovery, and the profound satisfaction that comes from pushing beyond our perceived limitations and creating a life of meaning, impact, and lasting fulfillment. So, embrace the challenge, stay grounded, and never stop growing. The world is waiting to witness what you will achieve. Until next time, traders.